Hello and welcome back to Exotic Industries. I need to start with an errata. I made a bit of a boo-boo last time. So I was bringing in crushed coal coke to my steel build. I should have been bringing in coal coke and crushing it. Because I don't move crushed things on the road network. So it turns out that one crusher consumes 60 coal coke and makes 120 of the crushed stuff, and one of these stacks consumes 120. So what I need is one of these for each of these stacks. So I need to rejig this whole design now to make room, and then reroute belts and so on. So it's time for me to rejig this build, I guess. It's a little embarrassing, but there you go. Everything's a bit laggy at the moment because I've told it to build more modules. Yeah, so that's how it is. This can go, this can go, this can go. All this can go. Okay, so we need to figure out how we're going to rearrange this so that it fits in. Now, if I could move this down... Might be able to move this thing down a single tile. Yeah, if I just pick all this up, move it down. Are my bots turned on? There we are. Personal bots, they can do jobs. We're going to lose a bit of liquefied stuff, but who cares? Okay, and then this whole arrangement here can shift down. And we'll see if we now have enough room. So would that... Will that fit there? Not sure. Okay, we have some ghosts in the way apparently. Okay, so that does fit there. Let's... And that there. Alright, so I'm not quite sure how we're going to supply these with belts. We may end up braiding them through this pipework. I think that might be the option. So if we get an underground... So... It's turned what was quite an elegant build into a slightly scruffy build, but I guess that's the way things are. Okay. So this is going to go up like that. And we can bring these things in. Can we move this down one? Yes, we can. Okay, so that now powers that up. So we just need to join the power supplies over. Let's do the same on this side. Alright, and I think I'm going to go for blue inserters just out of principle. That can go down as well. Good. And then this will be dropping that way. Whoops, that way. And then this will be dropping that way. Then they need to output. There. Good, and I think we'll call that it. So I'll change the recipe here to coal coke. Coal coke, good, and then we can put some trucks back in, and hopefully this steel build will now build steel, which will be a big improvement over its previous version. Alright, but then what I really wanted to do today was look at plastic. So we have 3 possible plastic recipes. Yeah, so this is the original one. This just takes coal. this is the benzodiol, and this is the petroleum gas and light oil. Okay. And what I like to do is just have a look at what each one produces. So this takes 3,600 petroleum and produces 360 plastic. This takes 275 petroleum and some benzol and produces 540, which is obviously a lot more. This takes only 400 petroleum and produces 200 plastic, but also requires some crushed coal coke and some light oil. So I'm not actually sure which one is the best recipe. I mean, clearly the coal one is bad, so that can go. But I'm not sure which of these two recipes is the best one. Okay, so I should probably have a look at how benzol is made. Okay. So benzol appears to just have a single recipe. So... oh no, sorry. It can be made by a benzol recipe, a petroleum gas recipe, and a residual oil recipe. Let's have a look. No. Sorry. The ingredients is coal gas, and it produces these three things. Okay. I don't think we're currently making any coal gas anywhere. No, there's no coal gas coloured icons on the map. But we could have a look at coal gas, I guess. Okay. There's a coal coke recipe that produces coal gas. So that might be an option. Okay, this one takes coke, petroleum and light oil, but only produces a little bit of what we want. Let's just double check the rates again. So this is 2,700 to 540. This is 450 to 210. So this benzodiol one really is the best option. Alright, so benzol we discovered came from coal gas. And this happens in an oil refinery. Okay, do I have any oil refineries? I can grab one from the map. Good. And then and I'll need to change the recipe here. Okay, and then the coal gas comes from a coke recipe, which I think also happens in a refinery. Yeah, that also happens in a refinery. This is the... Alright, good. So I think we can check the rates for these. Okay, it looks like we need 2 of these. This may well be all the petroleum we need for... Sorry, all the plastic we need for quite a while. Right, what's this? Oh, it's one of our sacrificial turrets to tell us when we're expanding. In between, I went and cleared a few more nests over here, and a few more nests over here. There had been some expansions, so they've now gone. All right, and then this was going to be making... So there's 2 things here. There's one from charcoal and one from coal. So we'll go for the coal recipe. Okay. There may even be something here where we can use the rest of the side products in some way. Alright, so this recipe we need to change this recipe. There we go. Alright, so I think I was doing the wrong thing earlier when I was rate calculating. So the ratios are not going to work out. I need one more of these so that we've got 3 refineries making the benzol. Yeah, let's just double check. So I need 2,700 petroleum. I think 3 making benzol gives us all the benzol we need. What on earth is going on here? We should have plenty of these refineries being made. Where are they hiding? I need a where's the recipe mod, which I don't really want to install yet more mods, but I know that refineries are being made. I just can't see where they are being made. No, I honestly can't see. Oh well. Let's come over here and just double check it. This is the obvious place where it might be being made. There's oil refinery. Okay, so they are here. They just aren't making it down from the construction bots. Alright. So these output 180 petroleum and 180 benzol and some residual oil. So that's the right amount of benzol, but it's not enough petroleum. Okay, so if I'll need one more of these, and this is going to be making petroleum. Good. So does this balance out for petroleum now? Not quite. I need a bit more petroleum, but maybe I can crack the oil down. I'd like this to, if possible, be a self-contained module. So cracking seems to happen in these distillation towers. So I need a recipe that takes residual oil. There we are. And then was there a second plastic recipe that took petroleum and light oil? Yeah, there we are. So maybe I can dump crushed coal coke. This produces coal coke as a byproduct. Right, so let's map out this bit then. Move this away and this over. Good. So, is that enough coal coke? Sorry, it's not the coal coke I care about, is it? It's the gas. Okay, so this produces 429 gas. This consumes 4,050, so I need 10 of these for that. Okay, that seems a bit much. Maybe this is the better recipe for now. So it looks like the benzol recipe is the one I should be using, but I think for now this is the better recipe, just because I already have the light oil in the network. And the crushed coal coke is straightforward. And it looks like I need just a huge build of this to make coal coke. Is there any other recipe for coal coke? So it's a product of coal coke, which seems terrible. There's a kerosene recipe which produces 35. No, this does look like the only one. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go for this recipe for now. So let's just double check that it is better than the base recipe. Good. Alright. So this produces 210 plastic. This produces 360, which is obviously more. But this takes 3,600 petroleum. This takes 450. So I think, yeah, we have to go with this recipe for now. Alright, let's pick up all these. Does this have any byproducts? It needs crushed coal coke. Okay. And I guess we should ratio this out to a belt. Okay, so that is a belt, near enough. So if I doubled it, we'd have a red belt, which is, I guess, what we will do afterwards. Good, and I'm just going to use loaders to empty these, because Sumi. There we go. Then I'll need some pipes in and out. Let's find somewhere with pairs of pipes so that we can just copy and paste. Okay. Let's grab that bit and then we can fix it up. Good. So I think later in the game, once we're a bit more organised, I'm going to have a proper petroleum set up. Alright, there we are, and then out. Just double check. Yeah, it's just crushed coal coke. So how much crushed coal coke do we need? Are we going to end up in another stupid situation where we can't feed them? Right. So one of these to one of these. So it's 2 to 1. Yeah, it is 2 to 1. Brilliant. And to make that work, I think we're probably going to have to use... We might have to use fast inserters with some wobbly arms. I don't know if this is the right way to do it. If it's not, we'll do it a different way. In fact, let's have a look at this. So, right. I've got at least 4 tiles to play with. So if this moved down there, this fits quite snugly in the gap, which then lets us do... we can only fit one arm in at the moment. Move that back out. If we then move this down one more, yeah, so now I think that fits there, and this there. Yeah, that does work. Okay, and then we have an input and a belt of coal coke. Alright, so let's pull this up. Then I'm going to I'm not sure how much I can rotate of this, so let's... Yeah. That can go there. And then this bit I'm going to mirror and see if it fits. Okay, it doesn't fit because of the way that the pipes are all sort of asymmetric. Okay, let's see if we can do this slightly better. So, inserters there. and the assembler there. Okay, so it's not perfect, but you know, who is? And then we need 2 inputs. We need a petroleum. Let's put that there. This can go away, I think. Yeah, I think that was an old requirement. Now no longer required. Good. So this is the outside one. This is heavy oil. And I should have used blue boxes instead of red ones. So, heavy oil. Light oil. Light oil. And this should be petroleum. There we are. So that's the fluids dealt with. I need to link the fluids at the top. I'm just wondering where this pole goes. There. Okay. So then I need a requester for coal. For coal coke, sorry. Good. And let's move that over one. We can put its mirror down there. That's pretty cool. And actually I'm going to double it now because we have the space. Yeah, we have the space, so I may as well double it while we're here. Okay, that really is a bit of a not quite fitting problem. Okay, what can we do? We can move everything up. And does that fit? I'm still 1 tile out. Okay, let's grab that and move it up 1 more. Let's see if we can also move this side. Okay. So, I think now I can take this, and will it fit there? Yes, it will. So this should future-proof us a little bit. Okay, and then let's grab what I can of this build. Okay. I think that's everything. I guess the other option is that maybe I could have done it with some... Oh, that's a lot neater, isn't it? Okay, let's pull all the power poles up then. A lot neater with substations. Can't get out. Good. That's neat and tidy. Okay, so it's the light oil goes up here, petroleum goes up here, and then nothing's building at the moment because the two aren't mixing. Okay. Good. So half the build is running. Then the other half we need to join the petroleum. And what's the best? Sorry, the petroleum is joined. We need to join the light oil. What's the best way to do that? I'm trying to find a place where the light oil can sneak through. That's in the road. No, that's not too bad, is it? Yeah, that is that. Okay, so then I need to upgrade this part. And I think the only thing that's the problem here is that we're not making red belts in the factory. So let's go over to the factory. Here. Alright. So we've got machines making the yellow belt stuff here. Let's put down some assemblers for red belt, red splitters, red underground, and red loaders. Okay, and we don't need very much at the moment, so I'm just going to say I want 200 red belt. Sorry, red belt is less than red belt, less than 200. Good. Splitters. I think 10 is fine. Undergroundies. Also 10. And loaders. Set that to 5. I expect they're quite expensive. Let's have a look at what their recipe is. Oh, not actually. It's just some engines and some blue loaders. Okay, that's not too bad. So let's go down to our plastic build. What's going on? Okay, so this is basically out of petroleum. So it's petroleum limited, but it is vastly more petroleum efficient than our other plastic build. Right, there's only one truck out, which makes me think that we are low on petroleum rather than not transporting it fast enough. Okay, so there's almost none in there. There's none in there. And there's literally none in there. There's none in there because our heat pipes have not been made. Now, the last time heat pipes hadn't been made, it was because our steel ingots didn't exist. Okay, this is now making steel. So let's have a look. This is happening. I think the heat pipes are over here somewhere. Yeah, here. So what's wrong with the heat pipes? No iron ingots. Okay, iron ingots. There are 200 iron ingots, so there are not enough logistics bolts. Let's have a look. Oh, we finished our researches. That probably happened a while ago. Okay, let's just queue up some random things. Actually, I don't want to do nanobot range. Okay, I've just queued up random stuff. We'll do some sensible research choices later. But for now, I'm going to grab all of those. And provide them here. So where am I? There. This should now be making... Yep, they're now making the heat pipes which were needed. Goodness knows why they weren't happening before. Okay, and all our labs are running. That's pretty nice. I like looking at all the labs running. There was a lab research speed research. Yeah, so I guess we should do that next. And plastic's not running again. It's very intermittent. It's let's give them plenty of trucks. If nothing else, that will buffer the amount of petroleum here. But I think until the heat pipe is available for this build, it's not going to happen. So a piece of heat pipe's coming down now, which shows that, you know, things are starting to work. Yeah. So that will sort itself out. So what have we done? We've fixed the steel build. We've made an improved plastic build. Right. Assuming this plastic build was running, it produces 1.8 belts of plastic, which is 16k plastic. Right. Let's go find the other plastic. If this was running full speed, it would be producing 14k plastic for 14k of petroleum. 16k for 3k petroleum. Okay, so that's not even... There's no query here, is there? Let's take out all of those trucks. Take out all of those trucks. We are going to let this build die. And we're going to put down a second one of these builds. Oh, I got a fast transporter award. Okay, so we're going to make a second one of these. Let's have a look on the map where we could put it. Just seems like quite a good place, doesn't it? Good. So that will get built out. And this will wear out. And when it does, I will pull up that build off camera. Alright, so let's have a look at our to-dos. We have improved plastic. Okay, recycle exploded bots. That's something we can do right now. Okay, so we can just do this in one of these assemblers, I think. So we have exploded bots. Okay, and this is just going to request all the exploded bots, and it's going to repair them. And here they come. Awesome, so that's that job done. Okay, the next one was Spidertron Army. Beacons and nuclear waste recycling. So, where's that? Again, it's out here. So we've got some expansion parties. We'll have to do something about those because they'll start attacking our walls. Oh, there we are. They get dealt with easily enough. Okay, so what can we make? Can we make spiderlings or spiders? So there is the spiderling recipe, the spider recipe, which takes high energy crystals we're not making currently, and a spiderling. And construction. I'm not quite sure what that is. Yeah, anyway, so spiderling, that seems like something we can make now. Let's have a go. So I'm going to place down a limit of spiderlings less than 10, do you reckon? Let's just double check. They're not too expensive, are they? No, they're not too expensive. So we'll go with that. And then next time we'll have a look at spiderlings and how cute they are. I'm also going to put down some more assemblers here. Good. And I think all these are misaligned, aren't they? Let's try that again. Good. So let's have a look at the production tab for steel and for plastic over 1 hour. So steel. Our steel production is rising. And our consumption of steel is up. So that's good. That all looks quite as if it's moving in the right direction. Then plastic is the other one I want to look at. Okay. That's a big improvement. So we're now making 35k plastic and it's still heading up, and we are consuming 30, which tells us that we are in net positive plastic. So I'm pretty pleased with that. That solved our plastic shortage for now, which should then solve a whole load of other bottlenecks we had. Okay, so this is backed up. No, it's just running at full speed. Okay, and this one down here is starting to run, and our refinery here is running. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then I wonder if we need more refineries. So this is not backing up, is it? So let's have a look at the production for over 1 hour for petroleum. Okay, we're finally producing a decent amount of petroleum, and our consumption is headed downwards, which is perfect, isn't it? So we're now producing 13k petroleum. Let's see if this levels off at about 14. Yay, we've created the first spiderling. Okay, and our consumption is 5k, so we're now net positive for petroleum, which I think is a win. Our nuclear setup seems to be behaving. Okay, so this is now emptying the gas reserves, the steam reserves. We're still not running this, so it seems like we have... Yeah, it seems like we have enough buffering now for this system to behave. For this, and this is not running most of the time. So we've got used uranium fuel rods. So fuel rod recycling is probably the next job. But to be honest, I think I've done enough here. So I'm going to call it. So thanks for watching. I'm really pleased we've got working plastic. That's really helpful, and working steel as well. So please like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.